Welcome back. Welcome back to Real Vibes. You're listening to Real Vibes on WUSM 88.5. I'm your host, Justin Ware.
And I'm your host, Rochak Basnet. And today we have another special guest. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Micha Gibbs. I'm the sports director here for SM2. Also work with SM2 Creative, SMTV. I just do a lot of stuff around SM2. A jack of all trades. I try to do what I can and help where I can.
Yeah, man, we're super excited to have you as our second guest. Thank you so much for being on here, man.
I appreciate the opportunity,
Thank you.
man.
So, what kind of music do you listen, Micah?
Well, growing up, my mom played a lot of gospel music, so I grew up listening to Kirk Franklin, um, CC Winans, Donnie McClurkin, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I started getting like to middle school where I started to listen to other music, and it was Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was the first artist that I listened to that wasn't gospel. So I kind of got in trouble for that a couple of times. She caught me listening to him. So that was kind of like the first introduction I had to music outside of gospel, and then I kind of gravitated towards the 2016 double XL class.
Mm-hmm.
It had Lil Uzi, 21 Savage, Lil Yachty, Denzel Curry in there. So I kind of gravitated towards them, and as I kind of got older, I started dabbling in more music like rock, pop. I listen to indie, alternative. I listen to a lot of stuff. So ain't no telling what's coming out of my headphones on any given day.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have a similar upcoming. I got into gospel at an early age and stuff for the family and stuff, and I'm still into that, obviously. But then I've never been like a really heavy metal fan or like a rock fan, but I've slowly over the years gotten into more metal, not like the heavy vocal metal, but some of like the chill metal, and I've gotten into a lot of rock recently too. It's pretty cool, and yeah.
Yeah, it's same with me. It depends with like time and day. I'm like listening any kind of music. Like I'll be listening to rap and I'll be listening to pop. It just depends upon my mood and the time of the day.
Yeah, like a lot of people ask us, like, oh, what's your favorite genre? I mean, you can have a favorite genre, of course, but it's like, it sounds like all of our playlists are mixed.
Yeah.
1 minute you could be in a kind of like a sad song, or you could be in a hype song, like a gym song, or a really heavy rock song.
Yeah, and I think that's the great thing about music is it's so different. There's not two songs that sound alike. Something's different about them. Even if you think it might sound the same, it might be a different melody, might be a different drum pattern, it might be a different arrangement of notes. So music is just great because it's so different and because it allows people to be different, allows people to express themselves. So if it's like I always say, if it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it. I don't care who made it, I don't care where it's from. If it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it.
100%. It don't have to be those big top names.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
Like yes, I.
yeah. Oh man. Oh man. Okay.
No,
Before
we're
we
not
go
playing.
there,
We're not playing that.
let's
Yeah,
not go
that's
there.
not coming
Not
through
today.
there. No, that's not coming through my speakers.
Okay.
But no, like Sleep Token, they're not. I mean, they're pretty big in the UK, and they've gotten bigger over here recently. But they're making their way, and I really enjoy them. And my favorite artist, NF, he is not super big, but he's decently big. Where he's got like a couple songs on like, I think it was a NBA commercial
Yeah,
or a NFL, something like that.
yeah,
But yeah, it doesn't. They don't have to be humongous just to like them. I mean, music's good if it's good, and it's everybody's different personal preference.
yeah,
We all have different music taste.
yeah. And it changes as you get older. Like right now, I say when I was younger, I listened to a lot of hype music. Like I listened to a lot of music that got me up because I was still playing sports at that point. So I had to get pumped up for games and stuff like that. But now I'm listening to more R&B. I'm listening to more jazz, more blues. Shout out my grandma. She really put me on a lot of blues, a lot of R&B, a lot of music like that. Cause when I come to her house, it's always Howlin' Wolf. She loved Howlin' Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I come in, and it's just a deep voice. Just they call it singing, but it's howling. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing. So as I've gotten older, my music taste is kind of chilled back. I don't listen to all the hype stuff as much as I used to, but I still turn up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and then we got those. We've talked about them before on the show, like Sabrina Carpenter, and like I've never was into those like poppy necessary songs much before, but as I've gotten older, like you said, our music taste kind of changed, and I've definitely got into more of that area too.
Yeah.
Same with me. Like I used to listen pop all the time. I still do, but I think right now I'm listening to like hip hop or R&B and other stuff too, and it's just evolved with time.
Yeah.
So I just want to take just a few minutes from you guys and just want to send out thoughts and prayer to the family of Liam Payne. He sadly passed away just a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was it's hard to see.
Yeah, because One Direction, that is something like we all know. Even we might have not listened their song or not, but I have listened their song, and like when I heard that news, like it made me really sad.
Yeah, I mean, 31 is just aged way too soon, man.
Welcome back, guys. That was a wonderful song. So now it's time to go for our second segment, TV series. So I just want to start by asking Micah, what kind of TV show do you watch?
Right now, I mean, I ain't gonna say right now, but
Like generally.
yeah, like I watch a lot of animation. I watch a lot of cartoons. I guess it's my way of staying young. You know, I say that like I'm 45 years old. I'm only 22, but it's my way of, staying connected to a part of my life that I really enjoy. So I watch Amazing World of Gumball, the Looney Tunes show, regular show Adventure Time, Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob on occasion. I just stay close to those shows that, gave me, that entertainment when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what I gravitate towards. I watch documentaries too, like Hard Knocks. I love, oh my goodness, the NFL Hard Knocks training camp. That's one of the best documentaries. Like that's the stuff I want to do when I get, out into the work world. But that's kind of like a little insight on what I watch.
So yeah, I definitely I watched some, basically all the things you mentioned, except for the documentary thing. I haven't seen that, but for me, SpongeBob was all. I mean, I was so blessed. I got to meet Tom Kenny last summer, and that was phenomenal. But yeah, I watch SpongeBob too on occasions. I mean, like you said, just kind of keep that childhood in check. And the regular show and Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
and
love Rick and Morty.
Did y'all see the new Rick and Morty that came out with the
Anime
for
Yeah.
like on HBO, wasn't it?
I haven't seen that one, but
I haven't either, but it looks interesting.
yeah, it looks interesting.
I haven't heard anything too good about it, but you can't trust everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
You gotta watch for yourself.
Yeah.
So
I haven't watched it yet.
Talking about Rick and Morty, I have one quick news, but before that, Justin, continue. What?
No, I was gonna say, what do you have, man?
So Rick and Morty has been renewed for season 11 and 12, and they're coming with season 8 like next year.
Okay.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
it's really good because I love Rick and Morty. Haven't seen the latest season. I need to catch up with that, but that is I love Rick and Morty. I think there's some very fun science adult animated series. I haven't watched a lot of animated series, but those which I have watched, I think I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's what I grew up on, man. Just animation. I didn't really gravitate towards anything. Growing up in my household, it was kids stay in the kids' place.
Mhm.
So I did kid things when it was time to do kid things, and now that I'm an adult, I'm still doing kid things.
Yeah.
But
It's not. I mean, you don't just because you grow up doesn't mean you have to lose some of those qualities, man.
exactly.
I mean,
Because I still watch some of the cartoon that I used to watch in young. Probably you
Yeah.
haven't heard about those because I'm from different country and
Yeah,
we have different animated, so we watch. But that is something that I think we still do, and it's just fun. Animated stuff, like it feels real, but it's animated. It's not real, but it's fun to watch.
yeah.
one of my favorite childhood ones was Courage, the Cowardly
Oh
Dog.
yeah, Courage is great.
Like SpongeBob was like my number one, and Courage was like really up there.
Yeah,
And then a bunch of the Adult Swims like Family Guy, King of the Hill.
yeah,
Those two, I still watch Family Guy and King of the Hill like today
Yeah.
a lot.
yeah. Of course, those are the shows that you kind of start working towards in high school, and yeah. I mean, just I had the privilege of being able to watch these great shows. Like regular shows, probably my favorite of all time because it just reminds me of the times when me and my cousins were in my grandmother's house. It's late at night. You're supposed to be going to sleep. It's like 8-9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we just watching a regular show, and like the bond that Mordecai and Rigby had kind of reminded me of my older cousin. His name is Tristan. It kind of reminded me of our bond, So I just connected with it more that way. And it just stuck with me, and I still watch it to this
Yeah, you
day.
definitely get that vibe from that show.
Yeah.
And I believe that's what makes it so good too.
Yeah, most definitely.
I know we've been on animated shows, but I'd just like to say real quick. I know I've said it usually every episode so far, but the Penguin episode 4 came out. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce Sint Ann. Anyways, if you guys haven't seen the Penguin, if you like DC, if you like the Penguin, it's a really good show. It's actually #1 on HBO TV series right now. I highly recommend it. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Also, it has really good rating in IMDb.
Yes.
If you are like rating guy, then you should check it out. I haven't watched yet, but I'm gonna watch very soon, and we might go in depth with that. So,
Yes.
so I have quick one news. So the animated Phineas and Ferb is coming back on Disney Plus
Yes.
next year. They are bringing all the original cast and everything. So anyone who are fan of Phineas and Ferb, they're coming back.
That's nice. I'm a fan. Like I didn't watch it a whole lot like I did the bigger one, like the other ones like SpongeBob and Family Guy and stuff like that. But I definitely did watch it and I enjoyed it, and that's nice. It's coming back.
Are you guys like a Disney or Nick kid or something like that?
I was more of a Cartoon Network type of
Okay.
kid.
Yeah,
You know,
same.
it's kind of sad that Cartoon Network's kind of falling behind with
Yeah.
Disney and Nickelodeon. But growing up, I love Cartoon Network.
I never like watched Network when I grew up, so I missed a lot of soap. But I was more of like Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
and I used to watch Disney too,
And
but mostly Nickelodeon.
I mean, with Adult Swim, as a kid, probably shouldn't have been watching stuff on
No.
there at 1 o'clock in the morning. Or I always remember staying on. I believe it was Adult Swim that came on. George Lopez.
Yeah.
Like
no, that was
1
Nickelodeon.
Oh, that's Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that was Nick at
Oh,
Night.
okay.
Yeah, that was Friends, George Lopez.
The reason I brought that up is because I was just remembering, like, I'd fall asleep watching, some show, a kid show, and then wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning to see
Yeah.
George Lopez.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I missed that, man. So good. Now, diving into our third and final segment, movies. Micah, thank you so much for being a guest, and tell us about some of your favorite movies, man.
Well, my favorite movie all time, I probably have to say Surf's Up. If you don't know what Surf's Up is, it's a movie about a penguin. You know, it's animated, learning how to, not learning, but surfing in a competition. And the way it's set up is it's a mockumentary. So they film it like a documentary. They have interviews, like confessionals. They have live footage, like they just capturing what's going on. And it was an interesting concept for that time because I think it came out in 2009, I want to say. And it was interesting because no other animated movie was doing this. A fake documentary inside of a movie. And the acting was good. Shia LaBeouf is the main character. And it always, it's a funny movie. Like, even to this day, I still laugh at it. The jokes age pretty well. And that's my favorite one. But I love the SpongeBob movie. That's another great one. If we're not talking about animated, I love Pulp Fiction. I like a lot of Quentin Tarantino stuff. I love Django Unchained. That's probably one of my favorite movies that's not animated. Gridiron Gang. A lot of people don't know about that one, but that's one of the sports movies that kind of flew under the radar. Featured The Rock. The Rock was in it. Exhibit was in it.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah, it flew under the radar. People, remember. It's all when it comes to football movies, people think Any Given Sunday, remember
Yeah.
the Titans, but Gridiron Gang is up there, so it's a solid movie.
Yeah. For me, I mean, when you said Surf's Up, I know I've seen it because I've watched the trailer and stuff. It was a long time ago, though, because you said what, it came out in 2009?
Yeah, it was.
Looks
it was
like it came out in 2007.
2007?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely seen it, but what brings that up to me is like Happy Feet. I mean, we
Yeah.
Oh,
probably
I
all
love
seen
Happy
that.
Feet.
Yeah.
And that
Happy
was a really
Feet.
good movie as well. And then, I mean,
Do you
Correct.
know? Do you know who directed Happy Feet?
do you know? Could you remind me? It's been a while.
So it was directed by George Miller. He's the same guy that made Mad Max movie.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So that's like
That's a-
very
that's a-
interesting.
That's
Yeah.
interesting, yeah. Shrek fans, anyone?
Me. Hey, me. I love Shrek and the Shrek
Shrek.
universe.
The
Yeah.
Shrek movies, I personally like them. I can go back and watch them multiple times. Then we have the Despicable Me series. What y'all think about that?
I love Despicable Me. I love Minion. Like they are my out of all the animated character around the world, Minion
Yeah.
is my favorite.
They got that. That's a lot of money behind Minions.
Yeah,
Everybody loves Minions.
Yeah, they're funny. They're like mischief. They are adult. They do like adult joke,
Yeah,
but they are like childish in a way. They're just fun to watch.
yeah.
yeah. I haven't seen the last one. I
Oh,
think was it
Despicable Me
4?
4?
Yeah,
Yeah,
4.
Yeah.
it's
I haven't
all right.
seen it. I need to go watch it though.
I think the movie wise, Despicable Me's movies are all right. They aren't like amazing story or anything, but I just love the character. That's what makes me like love the movie.
Yeah.
And then you got anything else, Rochak? What you
Yeah.
got, man?
Like Puss in Boots from Shrek Universe.
Yeah, that last Puss in Boots movie they made,
Ooh,
10
I
out
don't
of
think
10.
I've seen that one.
You gotta watch it.
You-
That movie is great. It's a great movie.
okay, it's on Amazon Prime. It
Yeah.
came out like 2 years ago in 2022.
Yeah,
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It's really good.
it was on Netflix for a little bit. I know. I probably took it off.
Yeah, always they take off the stuff
Yeah,
that
they
we
always
enjoy.
take off the good stuff that we want. Man, Netflix, bring back The Office, please. That was
Office.
I started watching it, and I watched a couple. I know we're not on TV shows, but yeah, bring it back so I can
Bring
watch
it
some
back.
more of it.
please.
Because we talked about Office last week,
We
and
did.
everybody loved Office. It's amazing. And I think my favorite animated series of all the time is Coco.
Okay.
It's from Disney. It came out in 2017.
Yeah,
Have you guys watched Coco?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched Coco when I was working in after school care back where I'm from. I think we watched it with the kids, so that was the first time I watched it, and
Yes.
I think I was a little bit more interested in them.
Yeah,
It's a really beautiful
been a while.
movie. If you haven't
Yeah.
watched it, you should. I love the music, the color, even the storyline is pretty good.
Yeah,
I love Pixar, the studio who produced
yeah.
Coco.
The concept behind it is good too. I like movies like that showcase different cultures because I know a lot of times we have a lot of tropes and a lot of cliche things and a lot of cookie cutter movies. But when you have something like Coco or Encanto or just showcasing the different cultures around the world, like it's always a good thing to see.
Yep.
Yeah, and just real quick, which I know in the future we'll have a certain episode tied to this, but I've recently got more into DC, and I've always just listened to or watched DC live action movies, but DC has a lot of amazing animated movies because you can
Sure.
obviously you can do so much more in animated movies, and watching DC animated movies and shows have sparked my interest even more for DC and a lot of characters I didn't even know about. Those are definitely not watched enough, or they're what would you say? They're underrated. They're underrated.
Yeah, I think
Underrated.
DC kind of gets outshined by Marvel sometimes, but I think DC has the animation edge over Marvel. Live action, probably gonna have to give it to Marvel right now.
Sure. Hopefully DC will come back with their new universe. I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to it. And we'll talk more about that in future, because we are planning to have dedicated episode for DC and Marvel superhero.
So excited for that.
Excited. I
Yes.
just want to ask you guys, what do you think about those kind of animated movie which is in a real life, like a Ted movie? Have you seen Ted?
Ted, oh yeah,
Ted. Yeah.
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 I love those
think
kind of
I think it's a good concept. I think the first one I seen was Who Killed Roger Rabbit? That movie where they kind of, I don't know if that's the title, but just the title, the interaction between live action and animated, just seeing the drastic difference in the body movement, the facial expressions, the way that animation can portray emotions,
Yeah.
the way that live action can. It's nice to see that contrast, and it helps with the story because you got this super serious, real person and this
Yeah.
goofy characters. It helps with the dynamic of the movie.
100%. I like how it mix it up between live and animation.
Yeah.
Anybody into Japanese anime scene? Do you guys watch anime?
Anime? Yeah.
Well, I only watched one anime, Jujutsu Kaisen, and I gotta say, for the first one, that was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good anime for me to start off watching. But I do plan on watching a little bit more, just because that one was such a good one. The fighting was good, storyline was good, but they don't. I ain't gonna say no spoilers, but It's
I've heard a lot about that Jujutsu Kaisen. I plan on watching it. I'm not like a real big anime fan, but I would say my favorite anime is Death Note. I don't know if anybody's watched it or heard of
I
it.
haven't watched it, but I know about it.
And then that one's pretty big. And Attack on Titans, that's pretty big.
yeah.
And there's a few other ones. Demon Slayer, I think I just started watching that one. It seems pretty nice. But I mean, I watch them on occasions. I'm not like a super big fan of like anime like that though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do appreciate the ones where they actually put the effort into it. What about you? You watch any of them, Rochak?
No, I don't like. I know I should, because they're really good. That's what I've heard. They have good rating and all. But no, I have not. But I want to.
Hey man, start with Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
It gets my stamp of approval.
Okay, I like what movie? There's a lot of animated movie, live action movie are coming out very soon. Any in particular you guys are excited about?
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't the new Batman movie come out in 2026?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Batman
Batman
2
2
is
is
coming out.
That's probably
placed around winter time.
Yeah.
And I love the Batman. That's a great movie.
Yeah, that if I had to say any movie coming out, that'll probably be the number one I'm looking forward to.
Also, We Live in Time comes out, I think, in January.
No, We Live in Time just released today.
It did?
Yeah.
Really?
Smile 2 also released today.
Oh, I thought it was coming out. Okay, anyways. Well, yeah, I'm planning on going to see that soon. It seems like a very interesting movie to watch.
True. So I think any final thing about movie before we go to our final song?
Hey man, just watch everything. Don't limit yourself. Watch as many movies as possible. Even if you think it might be bad, give it a shot.
Yeah,
that's what
don't listen to critics.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Just because it's got a bad review on it, everybody has different tastes, different personal preferences. Go watch it for yourself.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes the movie are too bad to like Joker 2.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I don't want any spoilers for it, but I still want to watch it myself. But
okay, yeah, the Joker 2 is actually like coming out on like streaming platform this month.
yeah,
They're releasing too
that's
soon because
bad.
Because that movie did really bad and Terrifier 3 did really amazing.
Yeah,
Shout out to Terrifier 3.
Speaking of, it's like I'm pretty sure the
number one movie. And it made like 18 acts or something off their budget, which is really
rightfully
good.
so. It was amazing.
They deserve it.
They're coming out with one more, and I believe he said that would be the last one.
Yes.
Excited for that though.
So yeah, I'm excited to watch 3. Haven't watched it, but I'm really excited. Okay, let's go to final song, and we will give our final thought of the show. And yeah, okay, welcome back. Now, what do you think, Micah, about this show, and what's your final thought?
I just want to say, man, I appreciate y'all for letting me come on here. I know I couldn't be the first guest. A little sick about that, but second guest is perfectly fine. You know, shout out Jaden Daniels. He was the second overall draft pick in this NFL draft, and he's doing pretty good. So I think I did pretty good. That's the second overall.
amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much
Yes.
for coming, man.
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
y'all.
very much. So, what about you, Dustin? Any final thoughts?
No, it was a great show. I'm glad Michael was a guest, and at first I thought I wasn't going to be here, but I'm glad I was, so I could talk about some animated movies and some TV shows, and got to sit in here with the guests.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And next week, we might have a Halloween episode where we'll be talking about some horror stuff. Excited about that. So stay tuned and join us next week. So it's me, your host, Rochak Basnet,
And I'm Justin Ware.
and you are listening to Real Vibe on WSM 88.5. If you want to be a host, or if you have some kind of song suggestion or comments or feedback for our show, hit us up on our social media, on Instagram at Real Vibe Show, and on our YouTube, Real Vibe Show. So catch you next week. See you.